この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here a little bit early in the day, a little bit earlier than usual, for Beastars, episode 10. So, a couple of things, actually quite a number of things to get through before we actually begin this, so maybe just skip ahead in the video if you don't care at all about the translation things, or the sub things, or stuff like that. Okay? Okay. So, I asked in the last video, because people have been asking whether I would switch subs, for people to give me their reasonings and ideas, and it just so happened that in this past episode there were a number of things that a number of people took issue with. The first of those was the translation of Shishigumi as the Leo group. I don't think this is a bad translation at all, and I think that the Leo group or Shishigumi themselves are so obviously coded as Mafia or Yakuza that like, it would take a pretty blind eye to not catch that. That said, there is one issue with this translation that takes away some of the nuance and interest, which, I've got your name up somewhere. And I want to give you credit where credit is due for actually pointing this part out. Holy shit, there are so many comments. Your name is... My name is... Freaky Slim Shady. Sorry. Melva Cross, who wrote a very long comment about this and other issues. The main issue that I actually take like as a good argument is that there's a nuance in the Shishi part of Shishigumi, that it is 4-4 and thus related to Louis' like deal with the 4 on his foot and it being his unlucky number, and also the number for death and all of that jazz. Gotcha. Cool. That's an actually genuine argument. The otherwise, I don't think it's a bad translation at all. I think it's a really solid localization, actually, and I support PAS in choosing that as their translation for it. Sorry. Second is, there is a flaw with translating it as Leo Group, and that is because it's the same as Horns Group, which should be Horns Corporation or Horns Conglomerate. I think this is an interesting argument, and I did have personally the flaw of thinking that, oh, they must be another type of mafia and probably a deer run herbivorous mafia. That was like carnivore, herbivore. A deer run or herbivorous mafia. I actually think that this is an interesting point, and one that I wanted to bring up, which is that regardless of whether the Horns Group or Horns Conglomerate or Horns Corporation is sanctioned by society, it still functions as an organization of individuals who assert their will over that society, sometimes in illegal ways. I would say that it's actually really interesting to consider them as flip sides of the exact same coin of power, just that one is considered normal and legal, and the other is considered entirely illegal and abnormal, specifically because they're herbivores and carnivores. I think that's an interesting nuance and a way that you could come with this. Another thing that people had a lot less arguments about was the saying of "cry uncle." This is a pretty well known Americanism or English language thing. When you cry uncle, you're tapping out of a fight. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense in context, and it's not a problem. It's, again, an example of pretty solid localization. The other thing that people took issue with was the translation to top of the shaft, which should have been top of the elevator, and taken out any kind of like ambiguity around shaft, which is a term that's often used in sexual things and can be weird. It's about Louis trembling at the top of the elevator after being pulled up by this Ogura, right? Is that right? Ogura? It doesn't matter. It probably matters, but... Those were the issues that people took. Fine, great. I will use the Rakushun subs for this video. If I don't like them, or I see a decrease in the quality of the actual translations, since I have like a passing understanding of Japanese, just not fluency at all. But I understand a lot of things, and can usually catch when translations are weird. Didn't really catch any in PAS. Most of their subtitles themselves were pretty on point. It's just some of the localization decisions that they've made are ticking off some manga readers. And I think, honestly, some of you manga readers are being a bit pedantic about this and a bit anal about it. But I will use the Rakushun subs for today, and we'll see how they go. Cool. I also had a question about the Leo group boss and couldn't find the name of the voice actor of the Seiyu who portrays him. Turns out his name is Takeyahashi, who I know from Legend of the Galactic Heroes and is one of my favorite characters and my personal doppelganger in the series. By the way, check out Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I mean, I've got a full reaction series to it that I'm still trying to get up on YouTube. There are a whole bunch more. But Semblance to Sandy are beginning to react to Ginga Eiu Densetsu. I would highly recommend checking out their reactions or mine if you want to. It's a great series, and a lot of people have it on their plan to watch list and haven't watched it. You should probably watch it. It's long. You know that already. Watch it anyway. It's really worth it. It's a fantastic story. But yeah, he's Mecklinger, who, if you watch the series, you'll be like, oh shit, that's Teeaboo. Because, yeah, he's me. Alright. So, last week on Beastars, we had another really stressful episode. Besides all the things that we've already talked about, we've got this Horns conglomerate guy, Ogama, who has turned himself into a father figure for the We Learned, cast out, orphaned, probably, totally down in the dumps, about to be eaten by carnivores as part of the dark market, or whatever it's actually called in Japanese, sorry, Louis. And we find out a whole lot about his general motivations. Wow. And then we call those motivations into question when he is confronted by the mayor with the opportunity to, well, erase his past and his sort of spotty history by letting Haru go and just becoming the Beastar, or a Beastar. Apparently there can be multiple Beastars. I was definitely under the impression that there can only be one, but well, this isn't a Jet Li film, so fine. Yeah, plans to lynch Louis are happening in the school. That's bad. Tem's death in vain, something with his steam, blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. Main thing, Haru has been captured by the Shishigumi, or the Leo group. Pick and choose, whichever you want. I don't really care. She's been captured by some mafia lions. They're gonna eat her. They are treating her badly. I mean, well, for someone that they're going to eat, but they're gonna eat her. This is a problem. Lugosi sees this as a problem. Louis also sees this as a problem, but doesn't think he can do anything about it. So, Actually, there's a perfect comment on this, and I really wanted to read this comment. I wasn't sure how I was going to fit it into the beginning discussion here, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, shoutouts to Bloody Claws. I haven't done a comment spotlight in a long time, but shoutouts to Bloody Claws for my favorite comment of all of the comments that were posted on this video. Lots of arguments about subs, lots of other things, and then, well, one person that I saw, there were a couple. One person posted a really insightful and interesting comment, and it was Bloody Claws. So, shoutouts to you. And Bloody Claws writes, the interesting thing about examining the flaws of our society and overcoming them is that it sounds palatable and feel good, as all idealistic mindsets tend to be, and may even be true for our society, but reality quickly shows that isn't always how the gears turn. What I noticed from Beastars is that while you can extrapolate some of its themes to our own society, the fundamentals cannot be any more different. It is not a one-to-one comparison. Sure. The prevalence of willful ignorance may be the most profound and necessary evil of a society based around peaceful coexistence of a multitude of species between herbivores, carnivores, mammals, crustaceans, prey, and predator. There is a layer of real biological instincts. I'm reading too fast from my mouth to keep up. That cannot truly be overcome, at least in the way that we would hope, to which isn't present in a homogenous society such as ours. There isn't a subspecies of us that we are instinctually driven to prey on. It's not a racial or moralistic plane of discussion. It is nature. Peaceful coexistence of prey and predator, layered with all the instinctual elements that come with it, is such a contradiction in the most fascinating of ways that can only work if it is built around lies, willful ignorance, and necessity. The dark market is birthed for reasons of coexistence. I don't think it's thin. This isn't some paper-thin moral issue. It's not a human issue either. It's to simply keep the nature of carnivores from eating herbivores and maintain that facade of peace on the surface. A practical solution of immediate tangible result. So utilitarian mindset like the mayor is actually intriguing to the extent that he is also trying to get rid of that image that lions, as an entire species, are predatory. Despite his efforts, corrupt or not in our eyes, it is a noble goal, but ultimately an impossibility. Absolutely. Just like Lugosi, you could say that he is confused, a predator attempting to be more like his prey. But maybe not. It's pretty easy to compare some of the broader societal aspects of Beastars and find similar issues to our own, but fundamentally, it's not human issues that plague the world of Beastars. This is a fascinating comment, and I commend you, Bloody Claws, for writing it because it's really good. Also, nice name and thematically relevant. Um, the one of the reasons that I bring up this comment and want to just mention it and talk about it a little bit is because it makes me think of Beastars in a very different light. Not as a pure set of social commentary, but more as a science fiction social commentary. And I know I'm not calling Beastars science fiction, although you could consider it such. Considering animals that can talk and stuff, but it's more in the vein of fantasy, I suppose. It doesn't really fit a category. Now, it has social commentary inherent in it, but the whole point of science fiction, at least most of the science fiction that I really enjoy, the interesting Heinlein-y stuff and some of the Charles Stross sci-fi, is to envision a world that is in some ways based upon, but in other ways entirely unlike our own, and use it as a very different shaded lens with which to view our own societal issues, and to examine those societal issues that would exist in a society that is unlike our own, dealing with aliens and lunar people and Moon and Mars and things like that. It's a fascinating way of thinking about us and about sentient life in general, and to abstract that out to a dynamic in a society where herbivores and carnivores must keep things under wraps in order to coexist is, I think, fascinating, and I can't wait to see where it goes with that, because it's already gone a lot of places with it, and it's said a lot of things that are interesting in a vacuum, in its own world, in its own lens, and only through its own lens, but can also be extrapolated out to make some kind of sense in our society. But I'm interested to see where we go with this kind of story. It's a fascinating set of ideas, and it creates a fascinating set of interrelated organizations and characters that have to play off of each other because of the way that their society is. And ours works the same way. It's just that we are sort of a monoculture, if you will, of sentient life on this planet. And so we don't have to deal with these specific issues, but we have things going on in our society that function in very much the same ways. I mean, illegal activities are not something that can be stamped out. Drug trade is not something that can be stamped out. War on it doesn't work. The only way is willful ignorance, and that's an interesting parallel, and just interesting set of parallels. In any case, Haru's been captured by lions, and she's about to be eaten. That's the main thrust of my thought process right now, and we're gonna have to see how this goes. We got festivals and stuff coming up. I can't imagine that that's going to be the focus of the episodes coming up. We've also got people gunning for Louis. That's interesting. We also had a big old fight between Legoshi and Louis. Straight up fist fight. Legoshi saying that I'm going to embrace my own strength as a carnivore and use it to show you that I am going to take Haru from you. Neat. Also, hope that he takes that Beastars title because deserves it, probably. But, alright. As I said, long conversation, already 14 minutes into recording. Let's go ahead and dive on into this episode via the Rakushun subs of Beastars, episode 10. I have the episode up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There will be two versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. Timer-based version will have discussion at the beginning and the end, but I assume you already know that if you're watching this far in. So stick around if you want that. If you want to sync up your own copy of the episode with whatever subs you prefer with the timer-based version of the episode, you could totally do that. Just get it ready because the beep beep timer to countdown will be coming right now. I feel like I got muddled there. That's fine. I've had a lot of tea this morning. Anyway, beep beep timer. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna cut that out. Or should I not cut that out? I don't know. That's okay. I've seen the subs before. Actually, wait. Maybe the subtitle track is... Nope, it's enabled. So happy. So not happy. Alright, these subs work, right? I mean, some PCHC, it should work. It works. Good. Wow, he came back here. Can we find... Oh, boy. It's a big hint. Maybe talk to your panda, bro. How about a goat arm? The what? Don't talk about them, yo. Yep. Yeah, you just mentioned the fucking Russian mafia. Not a good idea. Bro. Closed off. Absolutely. Don't get in a fight. It. Fucking hell. Yeah, we'll take you there. It's right here, down this dark alley. Yeah, you just got fucked. We can arrange that. Yeah. You're getting mugged. They don't give a fuck. Hey, Panda Bro! Holy shit, Panda Bro. You're Panda Bro forever, bud. With a fucking bamboo crossbow. Badass. Yeah, stop talking about that. That's a good number of lines. Got some young punks, some enforcers. Hmm. Gotta do it anyway. Oh, so sad. I don't think so, but we're getting close. Claws. Yep, but you're gonna help him. Oi, oi. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. Oh, never mind. I definitely thought he was gonna do a thing and be like, ah, damn it. Isn't that thing paper mache? Should be melting. Yeah, he got pretty fucked up. Sure did. Heh heh. Genuine possibility. I mean, no, he's the main character at this point, so no. But yeah. Yeah. You made your choice, bud. I understand why you made it. An attack from anywhere is gonna be impossible. This is a fucking fortress. Yeah. Huh. Should have stayed closer to him. Hmm? Oh. Oh. What's that scent? Haru? Blood on his claws? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Can you take a bullet point blank? Fuck, it's a Hotline Miami level. What is that? I thought that was just imagery. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. It's dope, though. Kill that fucking lion. Or, you know, just take his gun from him. Oh, that works. He's still alive. Just grazed him. Oh, and the storm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. At least he's hitting you with it. Okay, never mind. Hmm. Praise Panda Bro. Fine, I'll call you by your name just this once. Gohin. Fangs and claws. I don't wanna, though. Yeah. This is a diehard situation, yo. You gotta... I got like some Beastmaster vibes. Oh, love it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. this is this is Tarantino. This is amazing. I get Django versus Die Hard vibes from this whole sequence. It's fantastic. Nope. Down you go. No, Heen. Ooh, that impact. Ooh, coming back for them. Ow. I can smell her. Now you fucked up. You have fucked up now. Oh, now you fucked up. She could still be alive. Dude, we're heading toward a Korean revenge thriller ending where no. We'll see. Hmm. So pure. Is she being allowed to write a note? Yeah, write a will. Ooh. Fated to unhappiness. Okay, we get a Haru lore dump. Dwarf. Hmm. Shit. Real stuff. It's true, though. Talking to her memory. Not in the memory, but to it. Her mouth was moving there. Hmm. 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 Her power. Makes sense, though. Huh? Oh, hi. You fucking made it. No, this is in her mind. Okay. His eyes are purple? Just in the glow. Because he was terrified of you. Oh, we are... Okay. So this was all a mental... The answer is shame and humiliation. Wow. Thank you for monologuing. Actually, genuinely, thank you. Ooh, fight! Oh my god, it has a foot at the bottom. Smile. Eh. Can't humiliate me. Fuck you. Maybe stall a little bit longer, though. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, shit. He's gonna bite her fucking ear off. Well... Well... Question is timing. Cut to black. Burst in. There he is. Dope. And with the cane. What up? Hi. Maybe make sure that line is down. Ayy. Worried about that. And fuzz. Ah. All right. All right. I didn't take a single note. Hmm. Okay. I was expecting the rug to be pulled there and for her to be killed by the time he got there. Would have been I said it during the reaction, but it would have been very Korean revenge thriller of of this to go that way. Like old boy style, to use a well known reference. You get to the end and the goal is already gone, already taken away from you. There's something very mm, tasty about that kind of failure in a literary and emotional sense. This was a very focused episode of Beastars, I would say. In terms of like we don't while we go to the dark market, it's a place that's already been established and we don't really talk about or deal with any of the broader ramifications of any of it. It's more interesting when it gets introduced. I would say that if other episodes have been closer to science fiction or dystopian fiction, this one is closer to an action film. And it actually, this episode functions in very much the same way as I brought up. I'll say three examples: Django, Die Hard, Old Boy combined. In each case, somebody who's not a fighter and doesn't necessarily want to be, but is competent and capable of taking down a group like this, with or without help. In this case, with help, does an assault on an organization headquarters with multiple stories levels in order to get to the top and rescue or save something that they care about. I think Django might actually be the best example. That's why I said this is so Tarantino. Once he enters the room, it's great because there's this immensity of tension from the number of enemies to face, but it's a rapid fire choreographed, pretty well put together action sequence. And I mean, even this moment here, I believe is a direct. I'm not going to say it's a reference necessarily, but I believe there is an exactly identical moment in Django Unchained with throwing the doors open to the manor. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't really matter. I think that for this whole sequence, whoever is directing this took definite cues from Western action film style, but also with these wide shots that show everything going on. This is another thing that you can kind of do with CG models and choreography that is immensely difficult to do with either traditional 2D animation or with real people, is to do wide shots like this where we actually show like a goodly portion of the fight and don't have to do lots and lots and lots and lots of jump cuts. It's pretty interesting. It's almost like Jackie Chan cinematography or Crouching Tiger, considering that it's mostly hand-to-hand combat. There's a really interesting blend of cinematographic styles going on here. Interesting. And just the general choreography and planning is fantastic. The other things that make me think Tarantino are the little mini gags kind of built into it. When we get up here, we get like a joke line from these unknowing guards who are about to be dispatched. We know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. They're just minding their own business, eating cheap squirrels and complaining about it. God, this sucks. Yeah, it's about to suck a whole lot more. It's got a texture to it. It's got a goofiness to the action while maintaining a lot of the tension. Same goes for when this lion that he approaches here growls at him. There's something funny to it. Err. And then is just immediately pulled aside by Panda Bro. It's going up and down and up and down and up and down in tension. It's like, oh, what's he gonna do about the big growling lion? Oh, Panda Bro's got it. Oh, Panda Bro's gonna get hit over the back of the head. Oh no. It's kind of great. And then some of these just the direction on these impacts is lovely. We've seen majorly impactful punches and stuff in this show before, but ooh, that we feel, and the sound design is on point too. I'm not gonna turn it on, but it really is. Actually, let's just for this one moment, we'll just loom back, go to half volume ish. Thwack, meaty thwacks. Yeah, whoever's on Foley is doing a good job. It's cool. Right. And then the thing that gives me strength. This is the other thing that feels very Korean revenge thriller, is the down for the count, down and out, and then the memory of the person that you want to save. Kill them all. It's kind of great. It's kind of lovely. As the blood flies around him, and he still never takes a bite out of anybody. Not yet. Now, this is all going on in her head. Wasn't quite sure about the scenario of this situation, but it is. It's a life flash before your eyes moment. Then we finally see what's really going on, which is that this fucking lion is monologuing over her while holding her by her fuzzball tail and holding her ass in the air, which is a horrifying piece of imagery. And she tells us of her story. An ordinary rabbit, normal, afraid, told by everyone around her to be afraid of this world because if anything happens, you'll die easily. Something which is true, and something which she was resigned to, but then she discovered a way to have power, to have recognition. Through her sexuality. It's interesting. It's painful. I feel like I would be able to relate to this quite a bit more were I female, but I don't. I think I can understand, like, intellectually the way that a female would relate to this, but I don't. Very weak. The false smiles of pity from everyone around her. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, kawaii so. But then when people fall for you, they don't smile. And when they sleep with you, you're you. There's something fucky about it. Something I don't like about it. But I think it's one of those situations where what I don't like about it is that it doesn't conform to an ideal that I would support, but it's very real. Very, well, human. To seek something like that. Hmm. This ending sequence. Goodbye. Never able to confess my feelings. All I have is regrets. And then Legoshi is there. Why is he here? Someone who always faced me head on. Just looked right at me. How powerful. And then in this moment of death, she hears the last words that this fucking lion boss is monologuing as he holds his clawed cane. And she spits in his face. Not literally, but metaphorically. She spits in the face of danger and death, the thing that she's been warned about since being born. That's a beautiful change of character, a beautiful moment. Back up against the wall, eyes never shut. It's pretty dope. That smile on her face. You're not going to get what you want from me. I won't give it to you. I refuse to be ashamed. I refuse to be humiliated. And then we build up the tension for the hero moment. Boom. There it is. Whack. The music kicks in. The glass shards fly. The giant wolf looms over her, but they see eye to eye. Again, the fantastic uses of the split screen to show exactly what each character is showing. And even here in this moment, Legoshi's first concern is her modesty. What a white knight. But the knight that she needed right then, Louis didn't come. I'll chase you to the end of the earth, fuzzball. Why are you here? What the hell are you talking about? I don't even know. Uh-huh. It felt right. It felt right. This was a cool episode. Legoshi embraces and uses his strength, but he refuses to go a certain distance. He doesn't kill any of them. He doesn't bite any of them. Fights with his fists. It's interesting. I think the show-stopping moment is Haru refusing to be ashamed. If that's what you want, I'll take it away from you. I have that power. That's good. It's good writing. And great direction all the way through. Really pulling from a lot of filmic styles. Felt very action filmic. I liked it. Now we still have to escape this place. There are still lions crawling about everywhere. How are we gonna do that? I don't know. Maybe we'll jump out a fifth-story window and see if we survive. Haha. We'll see. We'll see. In any case, I think that's gonna wrap it up for me. So, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Beastars episode 10. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Rakushun subs, they were pretty good. It sucks to not have the OP and ED subbed, but we've seen them subbed so many times that it doesn't really matter that much. And the little thing at the beginning is kind of annoying because I don't know how other people wanna link up their timers. So, I might cut it, I might not. I'm not sure. In any case, this was a cool episode. A big old climactic battle fight heist thing. Pretty cool. All right, I was already doing a wrap up. Me, Teeaboo, this Beastars. It good. We watch next week. See you there. Peace.